Oh man, I don't wake and watch episode. It's my favorite show ever. Yeah.
They're extremely alarming because what we're seeing is not only extreme hunger on the rise in many places, such as these 10 climate hunger hotspots that our research has revealed today, but also because these figures are increasing very rapidly. So we know that, as you've mentioned, in just the last 6 years, the number of people hungry in these places has doubled from 21 million to over 47 million people. But we also know that that is continuing to rise. We have places in Somalia at the moment that are on the brink of a famine. So what we are seeing is that because of the multiplier effect of climate, with other factors, we're really seeing that the world's hunger is actually increasing, despite the efforts of so many organisations over so many years to bring it down and do exactly the opposite, which was to reduce global hunger.
You mentioned Somalia being on the brink of famine. We've been hearing about the potential for famine in East Africa as a result of various factors, including the pandemic and the war in Ukraine, which has stalled grain shipments. We've been hearing about this for some time. How big a factor is climate change in that?
Climate change is a massive factor. So what we're seeing in some parts of Somalia and Kenya and across other parts of the Horn of Africa are the worst droughts in half a century, so in over 50 years. Now, we know that we see recurring droughts in many parts of the world, but when we're in a situation where that is now the worst drought in 50 years, we can't ignore the fact that climate change is having an impact on that. What it's meaning is it's driving people from their farmlands, it's meaning the crops are failing, it's meaning that pastoralists are losing hundreds of head of livestock, and for them that is their economic security. And then we're also seeing, unfortunately, people dying literally because we're not able to provide them, or they're not able to access, or they're not able to afford nutritious and suitable food.
So in the near term, how can this be addressed? Obviously, the needs are urgent if 48 million people across 10 countries are suffering acute hunger.
Yeah, so there are some immediate things that we feel can be done, and so Oxfam Australia is one of a number of organisations that is actually calling for an immediate injection of funds into some of these hunger hotspots. So we're calling for an immediate injection of $150 million. But we're also asking for things in the long term in terms of really doubling down on our climate finance commitments. We know that actually globally, more than a decade ago, the world committed to $100 billion of climate financing. Now, we're very far from that, and indeed Australia is very far from meeting our fair share of those commitments. We're also seeing that there are things that we need to be doing to fix very broken food production and food systems. So there are immediate things that we feel that can be done, and Australia is and has been a generous donor in the past, and we're really calling for that to show that generosity again and step up to the plate in terms of immediate injection of humanitarian assistance, but also thinking really seriously about what our ongoing commitments to climate change and climate financing are, and what we're doing here about our own carbon emissions.
Yeah, you're calling for a tax on fossil fuels.
Well, let's turn it off. Well, you're turned off in years. I just leave this for you. At first, yes, I don't want to speak yet. Yin was the why. Dias! Dias, when you want to your title that.
Okay.
Oh, we're talking about this. We're gonna want to see the tail water. He we're gonna get me under the episode this one.
Hello, welcome to oobimerch.com. We got some pillows on the bed, and we got some other accessories that you might be interested in. Isn't that right, Bully?
Look, I'll show you. Follow me. A crab poop. Without taking this on you, the oobi.merch blanket, or the pillow, or the bed. No, Bully, it's allowed. How many want a bully to you on about a oobi.merch pillow, and a blanket, and they got this, and a tuna, and a oobi.merch bed. Bully, wherever, I'll go stupid go there with a oobi.merch. Oh, that's making the same, those are the things. It's alright, Crapoo.